Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Justin Gaethje. I'm already nervous. I mean, I'm breaking this fight down and it feels like this fight's about to happen. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous, guys. We're all nervous, right? Okay, so before I get into this breakdown, hit me up on Instagram if you want to be homies outside of YouTube at UFC Life. I got a lot of messages recently for my smoke break last week. A lot of you guys messaged me and basically said thank you for that smoke break message. And man, honestly, guys, you guys inspire me to do better. So if I inspire a few of you last week from that message, just know you inspire me too. Okay, let's get into breaking down this title fight. Man, I'm nervous. Okay, let's start with the champion, Khabib. Khabib comes into this fight 12-0 inside the UFC, primarily a mauler, a master of combat sambo. If you've ever seen Khabib fight, and I'm sure everyone listening has, we know what he's about. He's about the same thing every damn fight, which really makes it that more impressive. Considering every single opponent he has fought, they know what he's going to do, but they cannot stop it. If you're in the middle of the octagon, Khabib will shoot really low to the ankle, the way he did against Conor and Al. If you're on the outside, he will use the fence to take you down. How do you stop Khabib? Can you stop Khabib? The opponent, Justin Gaethje, comes into this fight 5 wins, 2 losses inside the UFC. The interim 155 champion, a man that loves violence inside the octagon. Justin Gaethje has slightly reinvented himself. When he first got to the UFC, he just wanted all-out wars. After that Poirier loss, he became slightly more composed with his violence. Justin is a brilliant low kicker, arguably the best low kicker in the UFC. How many guys can brutalize the calf the way Justin Gaethje can? Barboza? Who else? There's a few names, but not to the level of what Justin Gaethje can do to your calf. You know, Justin Gaethje with those low kicks, there's not many guys that can do that. Okay, let's get to speaking about this fight properly. Justin Gaethje is a great wrestler. We haven't seen it though. Why haven't we seen it? We haven't seen it because Justin Gaethje doesn't really like to wrestle. He's on record saying wrestling makes him tired, and he's never been a great offensive wrestler anyway. He just loves to knock people out, and that's okay. Gaethje, however, will have to use his wrestling defensively. He will have to scramble, give his back up potentially to get to his knees, to get back to his feet. He cannot accept bottom position. He will definitely look to use that wrestling background to get back to his feet. Here's the problem though. Khabib is one of the very best, if not the best, at taking you down and keeping you down. If you do get up, he's straight onto a single or a double or taking your back up against the fence. I could sit here and speak about this fight for an hour, I really could, but let's try and make it simple. For the moments Gaethje is on the feet, Khabib is in trouble. He really is. A lot of people seem to think that Khabib slows down later in his fights. But I'd like to mention that if Khabib slows down, can we take a look at his opponents? Barboza, exhausted after 10. Conor, exhausted after 10. Dustin, exhausted after 10. Al, pretty exhausted after 15. The common misconception that Khabib slows down, in my opinion, shouldn't be there anymore. Yes, every fighter does slow down, but if we look at his opponents, they look way, way worse. They all look like, please don't take me down anymore. Please, I'm not even trying to knock you out anymore. I'm just simply trying to stay on my feet because you're taking my soul, man. Justin Gaethje is without a doubt the best wrestler Khabib would have fought to date, which basically makes this fight the more interesting. Gaethje needs to land those low kicks. He needs to get back to his feet. He needs to try and do something that not one person has done yet. Could he do it? He could do it. He really could. But I'm going to side with the fighter I've never picked against, and that's Khabib Nurmagomedov. And I'm going to take Khabib to finish this fight later on via submission in round number 4. My odds would be Khabib minus 200, Justin coming back plus 170. Now I'm just going to go back to Justin Gaethje here. Could he do it? When I said he can, I really mean it, guys. I think if anyone's going to beat Khabib, I really think it's now or never. Because if it's not going to be Justin, let me ask you, who is it going to be? Tony? I don't think so. I don't think anyone's going to beat Khabib if it isn't going to be Justin. And that's why I think so many people are interested in this fight. He does have that wrestling background. He's never used it in the UFC. Like I said, he just wants to knock people out, and that's okay. He will have to use it defensively. Is it going to be good enough? Maybe in round 1, maybe in round 2. Is it going to be good enough later in the fight? Some people think maybe Justin's wrestling defensively will come more into play later on in the fight, but my opinion is I think it won't. I think Khabib has shown us as the fight goes on, yes, he's not a robot, he is going to slow down, but the opponent always seems to look worse. And I just think Khabib's going to drown him. He's going to drown him in there, takedown after takedown. And before we know it, we're watching another Khabib fight where we're all sitting back thinking, this guy is just unbelievable. His opponents know what he's going to do, but they just cannot stop it. Can Gaethje do it? I'm not going to sit here and say it's impossible because, man, like I said, it's now or never. I really believe that. My pick is going to be Khabib later on in this fight via submission. But man, I wouldn't be surprised. And the actual odds currently, Khabib minus 300, minus 350. Justin Gaethje plus 270, plus 280. I do think the line's a little bit off. And, you know, to argue that, I'd have to repeat myself, right? It's now or never. I think the best bet you could get on Justin is a TKO. I don't see him going 25 minutes and winning that type of fight. I don't see him submitting Khabib either. You know, that would be... Man, imagine that, guys. That would be crazy. Let me know who you're taking below. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be taking that chance on Justin. And I'm here to tell you that chance you're taking really isn't impossible. You know, it's... Justin Gaethje's a madman. He loves violence. He's going to use that defensive wrestling. And for the moments he's on his feet, man, Khabib really is in trouble. You don't want to be standing with Justin Gaethje if you're Khabib. My pick is going to be that Sambo, that relentless wrestling, that constant takedown. I just can't go against it, guys. Let me know who you're taking below. All right, peace.